start. Paper 1, Child Development and Pedagogy. This is a very important topic for the Aptet examination. As you know that CDP, and the full form of CDP is Child Development and Pedagogy. In teaching exam like Aptet, CTET and STAT, CDP stands for Child Development and Pedagogy. So this CDP is actually a Child Development and Pedagogy. So it is the study of how child grow physically, psychologically, socially and emotionally alongside the teaching method used to educate them. Understanding the child psychology learning theory like Piaget and Vygotsky, inclusive education and learning behaviors. You can see the behaviors of different child will have different. Some will be very active, some will be slow, and some will be just keeping quiet. You can see in this picture. Child Development Pedagogy (CDP) explains exactly how children develop and how to teach them effectively. So you'll understanding child development. So you'll see this child development. The section focus on the psychological, biological, and emotional growth of a child from conceptual thought adolescence. So as we know that this section will focus on psychologically, how this child thought psychologically, biologically. We have to see the biologically and emotionally how much he have grown up emotionally of a child from conceptual through adolescence. So we'll see the difference between growth and development. So what are the difference between growth and development? So growth is quantitative change that can be measured, like height. You can measure the height, we can measure weight, body proportions. It stops at maturity, means after maturity the growth will stop. But you see that development is a quantitative change in capability and functioning. Example, social skills. That quality you will develop, like social skills, emotional control. You will come to know how to control your emotions. Language, it lasts for worms to tell, and we can also say that developments will be there from our childhood till after that. So development is a continuous process. So we'll see now we have seen that child development, and now we'll see what is the pedagogy. Pedagogy is the method and practice of teaching. Pedagogy is what? Actually it is a method and a practice of teaching. It indicates how a teacher deliver content based on the child development stage. So you have to see the child age. According to age, we will tell them about this. Like for a small baby, we will say that cat. So cat will just say that cat is a meow meow. So the baby first just know that cat means meow meow. So by seeing meow meow, the child can recognize that there is one small animal that makes sound meow meow, and that is a cat. But when the child is of 4 or 5 years, you just see the cat, they can come to know and they can differentiate between that. So this is the actually how to teach them, how to explain them that what is cat, what is dog, according to their age, so that they can understand and recognize them. So this is the pedagogy, that how will make the student understand. Then in pedagogy, like general development, we will see that their physical development will be there, cognitive development will be there, and psychological, how psychological they are bonded with their parents and peer group, and creativity, how creativity they are. The child, and we have this child central education. So in pedagogy, the main focus of teachers should be child centered education. Earlier it was teacher central education, where teacher used to be at the center. But nowadays the child should be at the center of the education, shifting the focus from the teacher lecturing to the child active participating. Earlier there used to be focus of teacher lecture, but today we have to focus on the child activity participants. Priority on hand-on activity. There is a priority of hand-on activity, hand-on experience, problem solving by the themselves, and experimental learning. So there should be experimentally learning should be there. Respect individual difference, and we should respect the individual difference recognition, and that every child learn at different pace. So the different child will learn at different place. Like we have this small baby, so he is learning by observing the things and sitting and trying to touch the things, and by observing he's learning different things. So then we have inclusive education. Inclusive education means integrate children with special needs, CWSN. So special children with special needs. So gifted child, we said a gifted child, a child from marginalized background into a mainstream classroom. So earlier there used to be a special school for the gifted child, we can say, but nowadays the inclusive education tell that they should be also in the mainstream of the classroom, and the teacher should teach the both student together. So requirement of interfering learning disabilities such as dyslexia. So there is a dyslexia, reading struggle, then dysgraphia, writing struggle. The kids who feel difficulty to write. Then there is a dyscalculia, maths struggle to provide target support. So these are the kids. Some are facing some problems, some are very good in reading, and some are very interested in looking the pictures. So they will be having different types of problem of the students, you can see. So now at the end we will see that why CTP matters for children, why this child's development pedagogy is important for teachers. So child development pedagogy prevent teacher from using of one size fit all. Means it prevent the teacher that by knowing this child development pedagogy, they will not set earlier type their one size fit all approach. For instance, a paper one teacher for class 1 to 5 learners learns that 7 years from 1 to 7 years old need constant object like blocks to bricks to understand maths, as they are not yet developmentally ready for abstract algebraical formulas. So they cannot calculate the algebraical problems, but we can just teach them the basics of the calculations like plus, minus, divide, and how this calculations goes on, and that will help them in the adolescent age. So that much I hope it's clear about this topic. It was just a short video about child development and pedagogy, that why child development and pedagogy is very important. Child development means that how the child developed, how the child grow, and that are things. And then the another thing is the pedagogy, means we as if going to be a future teacher, we should know how to teach, how to handle the students, and how to teach them. That's all. Thank you for watching.